site. First things first, we're gonna dig horizontally right now against this piece of wood that's down to the sewer line, just to get the depth. We gotta see what we're dealing with for depth on the sewer before we dig from the house. You never want to dig across utilities, that's for sure, but there is a piece of wood, a 2x4 going down in front of that pipe, and we're just gonna stay away from it a little bit, and then we know we're clear. Putting the dirt far enough away on this part, just because this trench can be pretty deep right here. I think it's 7 foot probably. Alright, we found it. We're down, 4 foot, that's it. I hope we have the pitch in the house. I have to measure that, shoot it with a laser. Thought this would be down lower. Glad it's not. Worst case, you just have to core another hole in the foundation higher. We had to. This way I don't have to bench it back. Otherwise, I started benching it because I thought it was down 7 foot, but I'm only 4 foot here. Cleaned up down there. You see the black fabric and the stone. We're going to leave that all fabric on there just in case we get a cave in, and we don't want it to smell anyways. It's a live sewer line, 6 inch, probably going into 8 inch. We're going 6 to the house. Just tightening these banks up a little here, and then there you go. Sandy sand. Should have left it alone. That's why you leave the fabric on. All good. We got a scooper. I do have a piece of wood over the hole, so once I find that wood, I know I'm there, but I did measure from down inside. It's 5 feet. 5 feet down, which we're pretty close right now. I'm gonna get out, take a peek. Grab a shovel and just scrape away. It'll fall off the foundation. the green sleeve. We will shoot this right now with the laser. All right, just set my laser at the bottom of that pipe hole right there. That's going to be coming out the sewer line. So the laser is set to that height. We're way down there. I believe we got mega pitch. Oh my God, we're way up here. Let me see where we are here. Oh, so we're right at grade here. Yeah, we got 4 foot plus, 4.5 feet of pitch from that pipe to that pipe. Golden. So this isn't even close for elevation. Sometimes, like on the next septic system, fill system I have to set the laser up at a 2% slope just to get it, because it's there. This has plenty of pitch, so I can just dig comfortably by eye to there, make the bottom slope and perfectly, not like this, and you're golden. You don't need a laser to shoot this one. But on some of them that are just so close, you have to set the slope laser up or other methods. All right, so here's the predicament. Sometimes you just leave the machine. You could go back and forth, put the pipes under, especially if you're doing daylight, but this pipe's super hard to put together. Machine's got to be out of there. We are on sand, so you really can't track back over your trench. I got 6 inches on each side. It wants to cave in. I'm gonna have to spin this machine out and then pull a plug like I did here just to get the fluff out. I mean, there's different ways to do it, but when you're in sand, you can't get close like this. It just doesn't work out too well. You drop the machine in the hole and then you try to lift up, and then this side drops in, and then you know the deal. Looks like we're pretty good. I got to hog out to hit this elevation to keep it coming, and like I said, it's just sand, so we'll just hit the bottom up with a shovel real good, but we're not bad. Got to just dig that down another 4 or 5 inches to hit that elevation. Everything should just flow pretty evenly. You see the predicament I'm in. It's not the best scenario. It obviously gets sketchy and everything keeps caving in. I'm going to be digging out more dirt than I want. We'll get it. Hindsight, you know, I had to dig down to the sewer line to make sure we had enough pitch first. I wanted to make sure, you know, I'm not gonna dig the trench and then say, oh, we gotta go core and things had to change. So, but if I could do it over again, I would dig the trench from the house all the way to that piece of wood there, and then dig my plug, and then I would have never had to go back over the trench like I am now. It would have just been one straight to the road and then dig a box, but I didn't, so I'm dealing with it right now. Everything's caving in everywhere. It ain't a big deal. We'll make it safer down there, make it wider and easier for me to work in. Just got to get enough dirt out, that's all. Boy, oh boy, it's not the prettiest, but it is nice and nice. Bottom's all raked out good. Everything's pitching perfect from there to there. All right, get your butter for your pipe. We're gonna go down and open this up. Again, hindsight, you say you would dig it all this way. Probably would be easier if I knew where that was, so I know where to make, what slope I need to make this. If I just dug this all the way and then this was down another 2 foot than I thought, or a foot, then all this has to be cut out again. So realistically, without me really knowing what that was, I should have just came down this wide, then I could have came the whole way. But again, it is what it is. It worked out in the end. It's just a little more challenging. Let's open this up and see what we got. All right, we got the seal facing out with the hub, so that means we're gonna jam a new one in there. I'm gonna have to carve a little bit of this bank out, I think. This pipe really doesn't bend like SDR35, so we'll see what it is. Hopefully I could get a stick in there and get it out to here, and then another one, and then maybe a 22.5, or just carve some of that bank out, one of the two. Regardless, take your lube here and get that pipe, that gasket all good on both ends, this end and the pipe that's going in there. There is a line on the pipe that you just go to the line, don't exert it all the way in, you'll see. There's your line on the pipe, and you're never, if you have to cut this, you have a bevel tool or grinder to put that bevel in there. I got tools all the way 4, 6, and 8 inch that go on a drill, but that's your insertion line. Don't go past it. All right, this line could not be in a worse spot. I mean, we're on the porch, that's where we were, but they just put this stub in for me. If they were over here, we'd be a straight run in. I knew I'd have to use a 22.5 somewhere. Tried to get in with a full stick. Can't put a 22.5 there because we'll be into this bank. So I'm trying to get it here. Give me another 10-foot piece or something, and then shoot it up. Whatever this distance is there, 2 22s. All right, we've got to re-rig. I wasn't happy with it. I couldn't get it in. I was in 3 inches, which, you know, was in past the gasket. Just about on the gasket. Yeah, not good enough. So I couldn't get this out. It was, I mean, these things are heavy just to go carrying them. So I put a strap on it like this, put my bar in the strap and yanked it and popped it out. We got to re-rig some banks here. I'm gonna have to cut this dirt back. I'm gonna put a 22.5 there, and then try to get straight in here. I'll have to hog all this out right here. All right, we're hogzilled out. Ugly but good. Now I just threw this 22.5 on. It went on like so simple with a little bit of butter, and I didn't need a hammer, just tap it in. These are bottomed out. They don't, the fittings bottom out on a stopper. It's about 1/2 inch, 3/4 away from that, which is fine with the fittings. We're gonna drag this down there, measure our piece, slam it in. Then we're gonna be almost a straight run to there. Well, I get to show you how that went in because it just fell off by me dragging it. She's on. Little kickadooski. All right, let's try to drag it again. Don't come off this time, buddy. All right, and what's nice about this with the couplings is you can rotate these, and that will give you your pitch of your different elevation. When you're in here with this stiff wall pipe, you have to have that bottom perfect because there's no bending, there's no hump bending like SDR35. All right, I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna just run a tape up to that to make sure we're pretty square. Like I said, there's no play in these pipes. This looks pretty good. If I put the center to center, that should pound in. And then this one, the same thing. Run a tape down through so you know you're straight. Good to go. Not gonna say this has been easy at all. Getting these fittings in. Now we're in. Gotta go up there and slam this in. You heard it clunk. They don't go to the excursion mark because they're not as deep as a regular bell. 22 and a half, 22 and a half into the sewer main there, heading on up. And now this will, because of the fittings have a little flex, I'll be able to do that like that and get me straight into that house. What a nightmare this one's been. Like I said, SDR 35, you'd be able to go out tight on that bank, right to the inside of this bank and make it snake. You could put an S in a SDR 35, but not this stuff. But it's heavy duty. It is what it is. All right, that one went in super nice and easy. A lot of lube and a little mule kick with my feet on my butt. 2 feet, boom, dropped it in. Well, at least I'm gonna have enough pipe. I got a full piece and a little piece over there to get us here. We gotta have this contraption of a clean out here. It's reduced to 4. You're only allowed 32 inches. Right there's my mark with this whole contraption of the reducer. Then it has to be 6 inches, so I'm gonna have to put a piece in there. $100 reducer here. There she is. There's my 36-inch piece. Bottomed out. This is gonna be a nightmare because I glued that other piece. I glued this piece. I probably shouldn't have, so I can get that out and fit the rest of this in. That is gonna be a nightmare. All right, let's see what we got. There we go. There we go. Okay. Come on. Rotate back around. Rotate back around. Then I'll go in the house and kick it. Whew. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Straighten it out, straighten the pipe out like that. And I'll kick it in from the house. Get that right in. Let me put a mark on it, 3 inches. All right, I got that bar there to hold that straight. I'm going in the house with a 4x4 and a sledge. Giving it an old smoke-a-dooski. And that, my boys and girls, is what you call perfection. She went in, and you know she did, because this was right tight to the house. And I have my markers going, everything, 3 inches. You guys saw it, I didn't, but I felt it. We're gonna pad this, pad that, get it all good. Throw some concrete waterproof seal all around this, inside and out. Call it a day, call inspection. Got to put this riser on, which is right here, with a clean out cap. action. You guys got to go on the playlist and see a sewer job I did in this town for a commercial site next to a Home Depot, the boot barn. Had to cut down into the main using this pipe and then go into 8-inch with a big Y pipe. It's a good video. Playlist. Water and sewer. All right, there's my clean out. If that purple really bothers you, you could just get a little sandpaper. Take it right off. All right, this one's gonna get padded up, calling for inspection right now. Gonna throw the hydraulic cement into the foundation. All right, inspection went well, everything passed. I put the cement on the inside and outside of the foundation, hydraulic cement, non-shrinking, all set to go, ready to backfill. Okie dokie pokey, no race, just gonna sprinkle it on top of that pipe, make sure it's all set nice. I chinked the whole bottom with sand so it can't settle anywhere. It's really good. All right guys, here's another one to the playlist, the new playlist. Check out the sewer and water and sewer, whatever I have it listed as, in the playlist, and you'll see a handful of videos. And if you like that kind of stuff, go to my septic videos in the playlist, and that also will get you where you need to be. If you like utilities and want to learn how, most of them are DIYs, you know, stay tuned to the channel.